If you are on the couch, stand up. One doctor says you need to get on your feet because sitting could be your body's biggest enemy.
At UCLA, Dr. Christian Roberts has been studying the impact of inactivity.
When you're sitting, your body's normal metabolic processes start to change.
And not in a good way.
You may lose muscle mass. You may increase your body fat levels. You may decrease your ability to utilize glucose effectively.
That's the bad news. The good, it doesn't take much to start to turn that around.
If we were able to modify our lifestyle and not sit as much, your body's metabolism is going to change.
To experience that change, Dr. Roberts says you need to know.
Standing burns more calories than sitting. Walking burns more calories than standing.
In Dr. Roberts' lab, researchers practice what they preach.
Dr. Roberts says walking 30 to 60 minutes a day can get many type 2 diabetics off medication.
Obesity expert Dr. Jim Levine says that sedentary work environment is making us fatter and less healthy than ever before. In fact, when we first met him at the Mayo Clinic, he'd made an astounding discovery. Obese people have a tendency to sit 2.5 hours more a day than thinner people. With an estimated 1/3 of Americans obese, potential health issues related to their weight can drive healthcare costs up $100 billion a year. Just standing on your feet burns, get this, an extra 20 calories an hour, and walking is even better.
Dr. Elizabeth Joy is an associate professor of family and preventative medicine at the University of Utah. She tells her patients they need to get up and get moving if they want to live long, healthy lives.
Time spent sitting was independently associated with a higher risk of premature mortality.
Last fall, she decided to take her own advice.
I've been walking at 1.2 miles per hour ever since then.
That's right, walking at her desk.
I'm actually walking the walk when it comes to promoting physical activity and promoting change in the culture of the workplace.
She says the Trek desk has changed her life.
I have more energy, particularly late in the day when we all start to have that mid-afternoon slump. All that tension I had in my upper back from using my mouse, sitting with bad posture in a chair, had completely resolved.
She's also lost weight while working on her computer and answering phone calls. She walks about 5 miles a day, and she says anybody could do it.
You don't really have to be particularly coordinated. You don't sweat. Doesn't elevate your heart rate. I don't have on my special gym shoes, and it's very comfortable.
And she is also comforted knowing that she is lowering her risk of chronic illness one step at a time.
We evolved as a species to be upright, and so everything works better upright. We have less loading, actually, of the joints in our back standing than we do sitting. We actually lubricate the joints in our lower extremities, in our hips and our knees and our ankles through movement. You're pumping the blood back to your heart, and you don't have that sense of fatigue. We're in an era right now where we're trying to provide the best health, for the lowest cost. It's the only way we're going to survive.
Incidentally, you also burn off 100 calories for every hour or mile at this desk. So walk on.
Very appealing. Dr. Joy believes the new generation desk might especially benefit workers with metabolic syndromes. The standing walking rhythm could decrease the risk for heart disease, high blood pressure, and diabetes.